What's up, beautiful Leo friends? How are you, my friends? I hope this video finds you well. We are here to do a little love tarot spread for you, a little love and romance for those fire signs, specifically my Leo gang. You guys know my spiel, right? These are going to be general messages here on YouTube. Not everything I say will resonate with you, so know that in advance, but pieces and parts of this very likely will if you associate with the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in some capacity. Knowing in advance that not everything will be your message, I absolutely welcome you to come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind, encouraging you to take away only the messages that resonate with you, that fit your circumstance or scenario. You guys know the drill. You never need to force anything to fit. Give these messages time to resonate, but ultimately, if something feels strange or foreign, it's probably not your message. Have faith that that's going out to someone else who needs to hear it. Everything else you need to know about this video is in the description box below. That's going to include the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social, wow, let me just give you a little earthquake there, as well as my social media channels. I'm the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram. Check that out if you're interested, as well as .com. Like, share, subscribe wherever you can, including on this video. Guys, I am so close to 2,000 subscribers, which is insane and amazing and incredible, and I'm so thankful to everyone who's returning and the newbies as well. So yeah, if you can like or subscribe or help me get to 2K, that would be amazing, right? I'm trying to grow this channel, so I appreciate any love you can throw my way. All right, we're gonna hop in. 2 more cards for my Leo gang, what they need to know, messages in love, romance, flirtations, all those fun things. Let's see. All right, bottom of your deck is beautiful. You have some major communication coming in that's going to rock your world. It's going to change your world with that world card there, right? With the laurel wrapped around this woman, whether you are male or female, that's representing you, right? We see that Leo right there. To me, it's indicating that there's going to be like a major victory or conquering of some major. It could even be like a personal goal or like a personal milestone. Even in, I know that sounds kind of odd, but something about the journey you've been through in love and romance. Maybe you've decided to raise the bar. Maybe you've set your expectations higher. You're valuing yourself more. You're seeing yourself as like the center of the universe. And, you know, it's like everybody else, you know, they hold a place on the sidelines, but you're using discretion on who you're letting into your little bubble, who you're letting into like your energy, who you're letting into your world. But it seems like you got a lot of people interested in you, especially with the world card too. All the fixed zodiac signs are shown there. So, Aquarius, which I believe is your natural counterpart. Is that right? I think that's right. Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus. Potentially you have some communication or even a Capricorn coming in. But these 8 of Wands represents swift, rapid action. If it's not action, it can be communication or messaging. So maybe you're shooting off lots of text to the old dating app people, right? Potentially a victory with a Libra, or moving towards locking down a relationship that is much more like it's more set in stone than it ever was, particularly in terms of solidifying the commitment to one another, potentially with a marriage contract. It doesn't have to be that. But yeah, I'm sensing that the person that you're thinking about, it's been a battle. It's been like an uphill struggle with them. And it's not all to say that, you know, I'm not getting like liar, cheat, or thief vibes per se. But yeah, there was some sort of difficult obstacle or something you guys had to overcome together. And it did require like a lot of your time and attention and assessment. I think at least one or both of you, particularly if you're dealing with a Capricorn, had a moment of, is this worth going down the path with this person? And after some time like thinking on it, resting on it, maybe you guys took like a break. It's almost like, yeah, like let's bridge this gap. Let's heal this heartbreak. And then this is a card of victory, and it is one of your cards, Leo, right? It's like confidently marching through the parade. Again, I am being called to say you have options too, but it does, yeah, particularly a Libra. You have the Justice card coming up twice. You probably had a karmic relationship in which you learned or gained a lot of lessons about, again, like your own value and what it is that you desire in love. Some of you are wanting to go back to, or not even necessarily go back, but continue on the path with a person who it just feels like they're the one you want to commit to. Again, contracts. And maybe this all resonates with you in terms of your job, right? It's not always love and romance. You can view it through many a lens or many a microscopes, however you want to say it. But yeah, you're walking towards somebody with pride over what you guys have been through together. And yeah, potentially a marriage contract with someone who really fills your cups. I almost take this to mean sometimes this can be a Queen of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy, but the Queen of Love, sometimes she holds back her cup because she's being protective of her energy, almost defensive, like like not letting people in, I actually take this to mean like my cup is closed. I found my person. Like you're no longer maybe shooting off hundreds of messages, or, not hundreds, but well, maybe Leo, hundreds. No longer shooting out arrows, not really having any sort of aim or intent for them, not just kind of like throwing yourself out there and seeing what bites you get back. It seems like there's much more precision in who you're choosing, is sort of what I'm saying. It might be that other people are reaching out to you, like in the masses. You might be even like, I don't know, something about like a celebrity with these. And I mean, that term has become a lot more broad now with, all the social media and whatever. But you may have a lot of people messaging you this month and into May. But I think you're looking for the one, potentially another fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sag, particularly a Sagittarius or a Capricorn or a Sag, Capricorn, cusper. If any of that makes sense, there was a little bit of toxicity, is that the word, in the relationship. So it's kind of like you guys had to clear out the skeletons in the closet. You had to go back and fix something that was a bit of like ooh, that one kind of hurt. But I think after both of you had like I almost said like a come to Jesus moment. Both of you kind of are in alignment or on the same page that, I really feel like we should give this another shot. And so I think you will. It's almost like a brand new spark, a brand new beginning. For those looking for new love, if you don't have a person, Leo, this could indicate a new fire sign is coming into your life that lights your fire, right? It's the sex card for me. But also something that excites you, something that gets you, wanting to flirt and put out the vibe. So really beautiful cards, though. A lot of Libra energy for me. So if it's not specifically a Libra, a contract or a metaphorical like love contract with someone, All right, let's look into your person. All right, your person's crushing it. All right, cool. Let's see what you have. Yeah, you guys, this is beautiful. Okay, Leo, I'm into it. Thank goodness. We need some happy love messages. I've been getting some brutal ones. Poor Virgo. I put them through the ringer. If you're dealing with a Virgo, God help us, because theirs was rough. I like felt guilty about it. I was like, Virgo, don't shoot the messenger. Anyway, sorry, getting back to this. Your person's energy, 10 of Cups, baby. Happy fairy tale endings, picturing the long term with you, Leo, potentially the mother or the father of their children, future, past, present, future. Maybe you're already married to this person. And again, it could just indicate you guys went through a bit of like an awkward hurdle and you kind of had to like get real about where you stood. And maybe this is just indicating, you recognize that you've changed over the years. So it's almost like in that relationship, what used to be acceptable or the way you used to allow yourself to be treated, you may have been like, that shit ain't gonna fly anymore. So we need to talk about that. You've really stepped into your power. It's very, it's empowerment is sort of what I'm getting from that. But yeah, your person's overall energy is like happy, merry, fairy tale, sunshine, all that. Like your person is probably very much an optimist, like very glass half full type vibes, which is kind of what you need, Leo, right? Again, particularly maybe a Sagittarius, though it doesn't have to be. In their mental sector, though, they're waiting for their ships to come in. So they may have sent out a message to you, Leo, and they're waiting for you to return that message. Or there is a sense of anticipation here of not knowing where you stand. Or if it's not that, it's not knowing how you're going to react to their apology, their love offer, whatever they've kind of shipped out, right? Because with Wands, it does indicate some action was taken on their part. Now it's like they're waiting to see the results. This could also simply indicate your person may have applied to a job and they're waiting to hear back, right? But with that Wand energy, that's your element, right? The fire. So it does seem to me like it's like almost like they casted out a wide net to. And I don't mean that in terms of other people. They casted out a net to see, or maybe it's like their fishing line, I guess is what I'm trying to say, to see what bite backs they were going to get, particularly from you, though. Because I think you're their wish fulfillment. That's sort of what's coming up here. So then in their heart space, though, they have this coming up. So that does indicate to me there may have been a brush of a situation where maybe people were questioning their fidelity or their faithfulness to a relationship. Again, you guys may have decided to do like a let's just be friends thing, or let's put this on pause. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's separate just for the time being. I'm not necessarily getting, though, it was something where there was a lot of like tempers involved, or this wouldn't be someone that you hate. And I can tell you quite clearly because the cards surrounding both your energies are really lovely and beautiful. So this would be someone who you kind of feel on it like a deeper connection with, like just you kind of always got like a soulmate vibe from them, even though there may have been, again, small hurdles, or maybe somebody wasn't ready to full on to commit at the time, but they were always kind of keeping themselves around you and your energy, right? So in their heart, here's the thing. That's what I think they might be waiting on, is determining or trying to understand if you could ever see them as more than just the side piece or the liar, cheat, or thief, because maybe this person wasn't always faithful. But I am sensing that they've made a decision and it's for the long term in love. Again, like marriage contracts with the queen of love, right? Some of you might be a Cancer, Leo, cusper. So I'm almost getting they're waiting to see how you view them, if you could possibly view them in a new light. This is your card, Leo, the sun, right? Beautiful, loving, regrowth, rebirth, creativity, freedom. It's joyous, it's happiness. There really isn't a lower vibration of the sun card. It's illumination. So there is part of this to me. There's been major transformation, and maybe you're dealing with a Scorpio of like, the new me. I just heard I'm coming out. Is that Diana Ross? So this could actually be a same-sex relationship too, right? That's kind of like a gay anthem. So your person's action is they're waiting to see. It's like they've shed light on the subject. They've casted out the fishing line to tell you something and see what, to like speak their truth. Sorry, I'm not being eloquent. But now it's like they're waiting to see if you're going to see what they see, or the way they see themselves now. They're trying to present that to you in a very clear, very obvious way. This can be both because of like illumination. They're not sure where you stand though. The Hangman to me is like, do I really see this transforming? Like, with the four he makes with his legs upside down. It's all about like the safety and the comfort zone. And even if it's not that, it's kind of like a sense of, like, I'm good here. Am I ready to change? It's not always a lower vibrational comfort zone, right? I mean, eventually this person is going to choose to transform their life because simply that's the natural order of things. Hanged Man, card number 12 is followed by the Death card number 13. So again, a Scorpio potentially could be coming in. But yeah, it's like you're taking stock or assessment of your life and realizing what you need, what you don't need. And so I do think this person recognizes that like you're a whole new woman or you're a whole new man. Like you've definitely, you've done some assessment and like releasing things or people in your life that just aren't serving you in like a higher vibration. I think this person knows that. And so there's a part of them that does see themselves as being a part of a chapter in your life in which they weren't always vibing high. And so I do think that they've done some change on themselves, particularly if you guys did decide to separate, especially if you're dealing with a Capricorn, I'm being called to say. It's like they're trying to come back in and present the best version of themselves to you. And I will say it's not a sense of falseness. It's not that they're putting on a disguise to be like, I've changed, I promise. They really have, but they're still in the process of doing that. So it's almost like they need a little bit of leeway to show you how much they've accomplished, but also I'm sort of getting from you, it's like, well, what's your game plan? Like where do you plan to take this into the future? Not just here and now. That's sort of what I get from that. All right, guys, we're back. Sorry, I had a knock on my door. So let's hop into your energy where you're at with this. So Knight of Swords, rapid communication. It's funny, you guys both have that coming into your energy. So this is presenting as your energy. This feels to me like someone who's coming in to speak to you. Maybe it comes out of nowhere. Maybe it's a little bit startling. Maybe it kind of jostles you, or it was just unexpected or unanticipated. It could be an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, though I'm not really getting that. This is the first air card of sword energy that has come up, and it's presenting in your energy. So you might have strong like Gemini in your chart, or something about an air sign, particularly your moon might be an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be, but I mean, there's messaging, I think, going back and forth if you choose to hear this person out. In your mental sector, this is so funny. This is actually really like, this is like Aquarius's reading. In your mind, you're going, this is kind of my wish. Like, it's almost like you manifested this person back into your life. Look at this. This is kind of beautiful. Like, you're their 10 of Cups, and at least you're thinking, is this my wish fulfillment? Here's the thing with that. Maybe at one point it was. Maybe at one point you did hold deep love in your heart for this person. There is something contemplative about this. It's like, I'm just going to sit here and think about this. Okay, it's sort of like you're playing hard to get. That's what this is. And you might even sort of be punishing this person a little bit if you felt like they waited a very long time to come forward. It might be that they're finally here and they're saying all these, whispering sweet nothings into your ear via text, right? You're just kind of like, interesting. But you're playing hard to get because the idea of this being bright yellow, right? The illumination, the sun, right? What this person is hoping, it's almost like this is what they're delivering, that big yellow sun. They're trying to give it to you, and slowly it comes from just like a crown to like, It's literally filling your entire world, your entire card. That's what I mean. Despite this person's faults or flaws, and I'll be real with you, they do have some. I sense that, right? This person is by no means a saint. They're not perfect. But I think they're trying to come in and like clean up their act, clean up the past, like spilled cups or things that happened between you guys that maybe weren't, again, lower vibrational, right? This person may have struggled with like alcohol abuse or drug issues, and I'm getting more so that impacted you, Leo, more on like the exterior, like they would make poor decisions because of that, and then they would flake out on you. But I do actually want to say this person may have had to focus on their own health and wellness, and by default, when they were not healthy and not well, that kind of messy energy spilled over into your life, and maybe that's why you felt sort of like slighted by this person. I will say they may have had they may have danced with the devil in terms of addiction issues. So more or less, it didn't really have to do with you. It just affected you. So I don't know, I am sort of being called, not for everyone, right? But I am being called to say maybe cut this person a little bit of slack, because it does seem like they have changed their act. It feels like they've done a lot of self-healing, focusing that cup on themselves, right, to raise their vibration. And they are thinking about love. This is the Archangel Michael. It's also a card of Sagittarius. And what's really cool is while they were focusing on their self-love, right, healing, being in more of like a meditative, like a spiritual awakening is sort of what I'm trying to say. In the back, they've always thought about you. That Sun, again, your card. It's like they've always kept you in the back of their mind. They were always considering, if I were to come back in, would Leo allow it, you know? So then, yeah, playing hard to get. I just keep being called to say that. But it's like, again, this wouldn't be something you dread. It's almost something you've manifested or have always thought, why aren't they coming back? Like, why aren't they apologizing to me? I think a lot of you guys are very intuitive. You kind of felt that their energy may come back around again. Because I am getting, this relationship may have ended, if it ever ended. This could just be like an awkward hurdle that you guys get over. But if this relationship ended, it ended in a way that was like bittersweet. You were both sad to exit each other's lives, but there was an understanding that it's what you both needed. It was, where is it? It was karmic justice. This was absolutely a karmic relationship, and that doesn't mean it has to end forever, but there was something about you both kind of had to step into the truth, the reality of we're good together, but we might be better alone just for the time being. I do think this is like, twinning, right? The double Libras, the double Justice, twin flame energy. It could represent an ending of a contract and then the rebuilding of one too. Cycles, changes. That's all about what the world is. It's sort of a card of graduation, new beginnings, of victory and self-love. That's when the universe is like, okay, send them in, boys. That's when you start getting all these messages, and maybe all these messages are coming from this one person. I'll throw zodiac signs on this at the end, but so in your heart space, beautiful. This is, to me, is very much like one of your cards. It is typically Aries, but it's Aries, Leo, Sag with that wand energy. So you're very passionate, but look, it's very well restrained. It's not Knight of Wands energy where you're just like, this is exciting and I want to sleep with them and I love this person. Like, it's a little bit scattershot and all over the place when it's a Knight. With a Queen, it's much more matured. It's much more intelligent. And so maybe that's what this was. Maybe you guys initially came in and it was like a sexual kinetic, like, energy, and you guys bonded instantly, but then it's like the fire kind of dulled out, or it felt suffocated and it needed like oxygen to breathe. So yeah, there's something about you have you've learned the error of your way in love. You've learned again what it is that you want and desire. The Queen, right? You have two queens here. So again, I'm being called to say same-sex partnership. You have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. So obviously you, Leo, you might be dealing with a water sign, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, particularly as a water sign that had alcohol issues, or something like that. Anyway, beautiful card, really like that. Warmth, compassionate, creative, sexy as hell, right? She's kind of like my celebrity queen. She's like the actress or the singer or the one who's meant to be seen and on stage. Lots of admirers with this card. And also kind of the witch of the deck, right? She's got her little black cat. She's magic, right? And your person is kind of similar too. They're very intuitive. They almost have like psychic abilities. You guys might feel like you have that almost like a psychic connection where you can be in the same room and you don't have to say much, but you're feeling the same type of thing. Like you have a pulse on them. That goes back and forth. That's what I mean. This does feel like very karmic, like it was written in the stars. So then your overall action card, you're not moving a muscle. Again, a beautiful card, the Empress. There's a lot of women in this spread too. So again, for same-sex couples, it could be that there were multiple women involved, or I mean, maybe it doesn't matter what gender. You know, I'm not going to say that, but a lot of women coming up in this spread. This is sometimes the card of motherhood. This could have been someone you had a child with. Or it could indicate that this is such an unusual message, especially for you, Leo, but it's something that you could be going to talk to your mother about this person, particularly if they come back into your life, and maybe your mother or your father or whoever this is knows the whole history, the whole saga of, Leo and this person, on again, off again, or whatever it was, right? This could indicate to me you're going to communicate with your mother, and it doesn't have to be a mother. It could just be someone who's a maternal figure in your life. But it's almost like deep down, I think you do want to consider them and let them back in, but you definitely have some hesitation. So maybe you're just seeking some sort of like spiritual advice, or maybe you're talking, and this could even come up unintentionally if you're Skyping with your mom or you're calling her up. It doesn't have to be physically seeing her. There may be some sort of bit of information that she shares with you about her relationship, and somehow it actually kind of translates into what you're going through. It could be some sort of epiphany that you never knew about, like, oh, well, your father and I, it wasn't always, sunshine and roses either. Like, we've been through it too. And you're like, oh, really? There's something about, if it's, again, not a literal mother, it could be a maternal figure. There's something about a generational aspect, wisdom being passed down, I do want to say, from one female to another potentially, or just the more feminine side of you, right? There's some sort of wisdom that this Empress is passing on to you. It's going to help you make the decision of if you're going to let this person back into your life. It could definitely be a Taurus or a Libra that you go to speak with. But in terms of an action card with this person, you're going to think about it. It's a beautiful card. If I'm doing like yes or no tarot questions and this comes up, yes, absolutely. So for my cross watchers going, but are they gonna? Yeah, I think Leo will. But it's earth energy. It's Mother Nature. It's Mother Earth. So really slow. This person may have Capricorn you, Leo, sorry, you may have Capricorn in your chart, or your person might too. It's going to go really slow. But again, the Empress, to me, it's Libra energy. So it's flirty, it's fun. But there's justice, right? She is the scale. So everything in balance. You have a lot of Libra energy coming up, but yeah, flirtatious, beautiful. Again, a little bit Queen of Wands energy, a little bit of like the celebrity, like all bow down to the Empress. It's a little cocky, Leo, but that doesn't surprise me at all. I love you guys. You know that, right? But yeah, with this, it's like you're looking to be wooed or wowed by the offers that are coming in. It's like, you're not just going to accept any like rinky-dink ho-hum offer. Like you're serving the Empress now. Like things have changed. So that's what I mean. You both have done a significant amount of growing. And I do think, Leo, in the past, maybe you were a doormat, or maybe you let people walk all over you, or however, whatever phrase you want to use. You accepted love that was less than you deserved. It's almost like you've realized you're expensive. And I don't mean that necessarily in a materialistic way, but your love, the energy that you have to give out, is amazing, right? That warmth, that fire in you. Leos are like the children, and like, yeah, just Leos make like really good parents, right? So to me, it's something you've recognized your value, and you're going to hold off until you've really thought about this. And I will be honest, for one or two of you, you may be holding back because you're entertaining other offers from other people. I do have to be real with you though, because I'm trying to give you some clear and concise messages. For most of you, even if you are entertaining other offers, particularly a new offer from a different fire sign, not this other person, you might pursue it a little bit, but ultimately I do think you're going to let this person back in, because I mean, your energy is showing up as basically you're my person. It hasn't all been easy. There's been some slip-ups, and maybe there's been slip-ups on your part too, but I think a lot of you have someone coming back. And again, you are always in the driver's seat of your life, so if you don't want to let this person back in, you don't have to. Nine of Wands. Yeah, that's what I mean. You're being a little bit defensive. It's like, halt, who goes there? Because ultimately this is the wounded warrior, though she presents here as very confident and like a warrior. She is. But she's wounded. It means that there's been some struggle in the past. Look, the sun is setting behind her. Again, your card. Something has dimmed her light in the past, and so she's very defensive of her energy. And again, who she lets into her life, who she lets into her bubble. This is clarifying the Queen of Wands. So yeah, you're going to think about it, because you know how magical you are, so you're going to protect your light. You're going to protect that sun. Oh, and maybe you have a son, like a child, like a boy with this person, or maybe you just have a son. It could be from a different relationship, but... And so if that's the case, you're coming up as the mother. If you have a child, Leo, yeah, I'm getting first and foremost comes your child. So if you sense that this person's energy isn't good to be around your kid, then I don't think you will consider it. And that, again, that's calling me to say something about alcohol abuse. If this person, you know, kind of needed to get their life together a little bit, it's almost like what is that expression? Don't tell me your plan, show me your results. That's what I mean. So this person does have an element to them of, I've done all this amazing work and I want to tell you about it. But it's this duality of like, that's great, but like, you need to prove it to me long term. You can't say, you know, I've been sober for 2 weeks. Like, that's great and congratulations, but that really, I don't know what to do with that. Like, it's almost like I need to see your long-term plans, but also it's like I need the proof. What have you accomplished, right? The justice card, the judge, it's like, prove your case. That's what that is to me. A lot of you have like a maternal or, again, a divine feminine spirit guide around you. It could be an ancestor. It could be a grandmother, a mother. Yeah, even if your mother has passed, that the message is the same. You're still going to be talking to them through prayer or meditation. What do I do with this situation? And okay, so I think for most of you, the message you're going to get is start over, start fresh, start clean. So with the Fool, it's almost like it's a clean slate. It's a blank page with this person. Or some of you may choose to not let them in and take a leap of faith with someone else, though I don't think that's for most of you. Bottom of your deck is Page of Cups. Yeah, this can be an apology. And this to me is such a water type energy anyway, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. So some of you might be dealing with that sign. All right, let's throw a few romance angels on it and wrap her up. This was a beautiful message, Leo. Again, lots of divine feminine, lots of mothers and sisters, and again, same-sex couples potentially. For Leo. Wow, that popped. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Oh, I was going to say, I could have sworn one flew off the table. Let your friends help you. Ask and accept for support from others. That's what this is. For a lot of you, you just kind of need to talk this out with your girlfriends or this or that. But this kind of looks like they're prepping her to be the bride. I'm just saying. So a lot of you, the messages you're going to get from those around you, generally, if you introduce this person to your family or your friends group, I feel like overall they got very positive vibes from that person. It was just like, yeah, like he's got to watch the drinking or vice versa. Like, again, they're not a saint, but they're trying and they do have love in their heart for you. Let's throw some zodiac signs on this for Leo. What zodiac signs? Those came right out. What zodiac signs want to come out? All right, Sagittarius. We did have the card of Temperance. You got like half the deck here. Taurus, Cancer, Leo. Could be dealing with another Leo. So double Cancer and Virgo. So there's 2 of every zodiac sign in this deck. So Leo, Taurus, Virgo, Sagittarius, Cancer. Again, those are some that wanted to be like recognized, but damn, you got a lot of Libra energy in here too. So, and a little bit of Capricorn. That is what I'm going to leave you guys with. Please do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below if any of this resonates, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye, guys.